I have been practicing improvisation since I was a child. Back then, it was on the piano. It's only when I started studying singing professionally that I became really aware of that practice. Throughout workshops, alongside percussionists, wind instrumentalists, dancers, I was inspired to transform my body into a dancing, percussive and wind instrument. This new approach of my body and the freedom of the spontaneous flow of singing struck me. By practicing free vocal improvisation regularly, my mental aesthetic fields became wider and wider. I learned to let go of my last inner resistances in order to connect 100% of my physicality and my body language. The idea slowly grew in me to achieve a creation that would mix voice, percussive body, dance and painting, which would result in a complete and total performance. 10 years later, and a lyric career well established, I decided to bring this dream to reality. This project brings up reflections about beauty, aesthetic codes, movement and creative outpouring. This video shows two pieces unified into one. At first, there is the actual performance, and then comes its shooting. The shooting was divided in 3 steps. I invented a data of vocal material by creating a sort of imaginary language, an alphabet book made of onomatopoeias, rhythmic cells, English and French words. While improvising, I can tap randomly into this data and playfully mix it up, break it up. I also loop some of those elements together. My body and the wall become the drums. My dance evolves between ground and wall, covered with fresh paint. My body then becomes a living paintbrush, making projections and prints onto different surfaces. The performance has 2 main dynamic axes, rhythm and melody. Slowly, I built a musical piece from the recorded improvisation and structure it in reference to a classic form. Introduction, exposition of a theme, slow part, repeat of the theme and coda. More than enhancing a real-life performance, this video allows the viewers to travel between a real and a fantasized world. Through this total art experience, I want to offer the exploration of several themes: organicity, experiencing, outpouring of movements, structure of improvisation, and overall questioning beauty. Organicity and movement are the keystones of my experiments. The importance given to surrender, intuitive intelligence, body choices is crucial to me. My aim is to paint, evolve, sing with no prior intention. In one way, the experience reconnects me and the audience to our forgotten tribal and childhood shared experiences. Have you ever experienced the simple fact of standing still with your eyes shut? If you give it a try, after a few seconds, you'll start feeling some random and uncontrollable oscillations despite of your conscious will. What about bringing those movements, oscillations into the light, amplifying them, nourishing them, And what if they enhance your breathing and create projection of sounds as a consequence? Dancing and singing become then a rough expression of your organic intelligence. If this experiment is combined with a certain mastery of artistic gestures, then the primary chaos is no longer a savagely exposed pulsion, but an art where surrender is sublimed. Everything comes from a spark in the center of our body. In our guts lies a spring of energy, vitality. This spark, inducing a breath, causes a movement. Movement creates a wave, a sound, a song, dance and painting. The sparks expands into outpouring creativity. Being intensely present to oneself in a silent place helps to connect to physicality. Physicality is necessary to produce outbursts. That's when our body can finally express its own unique language. Silence doesn't mean emptiness. On the contrary, silence is full of our soul and body expressivity. One only has to listen and to let go of the outflow. It's not about thinking art, but it's all about letting it bloom. Just as a child needs a framework in order to thrive freely and safely, this total art improvisation needs a canvas. Spatial constraint, vocal dynamics, choice of colors are few restrictions that, at the end, allows a total freedom. What makes you say that a piece of art is beautiful? Because it touches you? Because you recognize a part of your emotions in it? Because it responds to criteria of your conscious or subconscious aesthetic references? And those references, were they taught to you by society, social environment, education? And what if you question those references? It might bring you a brand new space of potentiality and beauty. Noise would become music, stance would create sensitive pictures, spasm would reveal choreography. This performance is based on non-filtered, visceral expression of the body. And what if those ingredients were the seeds of what we call beauty? Directly inherited from abstract expressionism that was initiated in the 50s by Jackson Pollock, Morton Feldman, John Cage, Klein, like action painting. In this project, the artistic work is the process as opposed to the result of the process. The purpose lies in action, in that very moment where the work performs. The other aim of this video is to offer a live performance. In vivo, it wouldn't sound or look exactly like on the video. It could indeed be adapted to nearly any context or location. Three conditions are needed for live performance: wall space, ground space, and access to electric power. The team consists of 2 sound engineers and me as the performer. The performance will vary from 5 minutes to 2 hours, even more. Sound treatment allows us to record the improvisation live and then send vocal loops back on stage. This experience can be performed in theaters, museums, festivals, galleries, in the streets, on a city square, or alternative location like disaffected halls, unexpected places. It would be a great opportunity to bring contemporary and performative art to people and to generate surprise. It might awaken thoughts and reflections on organicity and beauty.